Welcome to the final episode of the meteorology series. Today, we're focusing on in-flight briefings, a critical part of pre-flight planning and in-flight decision-making. An in-flight briefing provides pilots with up-to-date weather information, ensuring they're aware of any weather changes, hazards, or new updates that could impact their flight. Before departure, pilots receive a detailed pre-flight briefing from ATC or their dispatch team. This briefing includes critical weather data, such as winds, turbulence, temperature, and precipitation along their route. But once airborne, pilots continue to receive updated weather briefings to ensure they stay informed during the flight. An in-flight briefing might include updated METARs, TAFs, SIGMETs, and AIRMETs. These reports give pilots real-time information about weather hazards along their route, such as turbulence, storms, and icing conditions. In-flight briefings help pilots make necessary adjustments to their route, altitude, or approach if conditions change unexpectedly. For example, imagine you're flying from Los Angeles to New York. Before takeoff, you receive a pre-flight briefing that outlines the forecasted weather along the route, including winds, cloud cover, and turbulence. Once airborne, you receive an updated in-flight briefing that shows a thunderstorm developing near your destination airport. With this new information, you can adjust your approach or prepare for a diversion to an alternate airport. In-flight briefings are typically received through ATIS, ATC communications, or weather radar systems on board. These briefings provide real-time updates on any weather changes or new warnings. If winds shift significantly or cloud cover changes unexpectedly, pilots will be notified immediately and can alter their flight plans to avoid any hazards. Let's talk about how in-flight briefings affect flight safety. One of the main reasons pilots rely on real-time weather updates is to avoid unexpected weather conditions such as strong crosswinds, severe turbulence, or low visibility. These briefings ensure that pilots can make decisions that prioritize safety, whether that means adjusting altitude or flying around a storm system. Pilots are also advised to use weather radar systems during the flight to monitor cloud formation, precipitation, and winds. Radar gives pilots a visual representation of the weather ahead, allowing them to see where thunderstorms or severe weather may be located. This allows for real-time adjustments to their flight path and altitude to avoid bad weather. Another important part of the in-flight briefing is turbulence updates. Turbulence is one of the most common and unpredictable weather phenomena pilots face. An in-flight briefing provides updates on turbulent conditions along the route, allowing pilots to adjust their altitude or speed to minimize discomfort or ensure safety. For example, if your in-flight briefing indicates moderate turbulence between FL 240 and FL 280, you might choose to climb or descend to an altitude where the turbulence is less severe. Being able to adjust to real-time conditions ensures that you avoid potentially dangerous turbulence during the flight. In-flight briefings are also essential when flying through mountainous areas or regions prone to wind shear. Mountain waves and wind shear can be particularly dangerous at high altitudes. In these cases, in-flight briefings help pilots stay informed about wind conditions and adjust their flight path or altitude to avoid dangerous turbulence. The in-flight briefing also includes information on weather systems that may develop during the flight. For example, if a cold front is approaching, the briefing will indicate the location, movement, and intensity of the system. This helps pilots prepare for any weather changes along their route and avoid flying through potentially hazardous areas. One of the most important components of the in-flight briefing is updates on weather hazards, such as tropical storms, volcanic ash, or freezing rain. These conditions are typically difficult to predict and require real-time updates to ensure pilot safety. In-flight briefings alert pilots to the location and intensity of these hazards so they can adjust their flight path to avoid them. Before landing, pilots receive another update to ensure that the landing conditions are safe. The final briefing includes the latest META, which provides current weather data for the airport, including visibility, cloud cover, and wind conditions. This ensures that pilots are fully prepared for their landing and can make any necessary adjustments to their approach. As the flight progresses, pilots also receive updated information on wind patterns and visibility to ensure they're aware of any changes in weather that may affect their landing. This information is crucial for adjusting approaches, especially in low visibility or poor weather conditions. Let's now look at how to interpret the briefing. When pilots receive an in-flight briefing, they need to assess the reliability of the data provided. Pilots need to understand the forecast accuracy and use good judgment when making decisions based on that information. In-flight briefings give pilots the tools to make decisions in real time, ensuring safety throughout the flight. In summary, in-flight briefings are essential for ensuring that pilots are fully prepared for the flight conditions ahead. They provide real-time information on weather hazards, turbulence, and system changes. By receiving up-to-date weather information, pilots can adjust their route, altitude, and approach to ensure a safe flight from start to finish. Thank you for joining us in the Meteorology series. We hope this series has helped you understand the importance of weather knowledge for aviation operations. Safe flying.